Hello, welcome to game 2 of day 1, week 4. We've got the Sylvia Fireballs going up against the Owen Spitballs. Battle of the balls, let's go! Fireballs banned Wario City, while Spitballs banned DK Jungle, which is bringing us to Nighttime Daisy Cruiser. No roster changes coming in for either team. And check something quickly. I might have gotten my roster wrong. No, I did not. I got it right because I'm so awesome and cool. I am currently alone once again. However, Greeny was in call just a second before they had to go take care of some things, so they might join us again in just a sec. But for now, I think we can get predictions in, then start the game. And for predictions, I think it's a pretty obvious one here at this point. I think the Fireballs should take this win. They are looking like a middle pack team, while the Spitballs are currently winless. However, of the Spitballs' last remaining games, I think Fireballs looks like their easiest opponent, which is a little worrying for them. However, I am cheering a little bit against my team today because I really want to see the Spitballs roster get a win. So, with that, let's get this game started. We are in, I mentioned in our first game of this week, but this is the second cross-conference week, and for people unaware of how the matches work, we are split into 2 groups of 4, and you're going to play against the 3 people in your group with you twice, and the people in the other group each once. So this is the only time Fireballs and Spitballs are going to face each other here. So not too much to go off of rivalry-wise, other than the ball naming scheme. Still that one from Akamos. We're going to get a double play, it looks here, with a 0-run aim to start off. A rough beginning here from the Fireballs, especially with their powerful hitters at the beginning of this batting order. However, one thing the Spitballs have been continuously working against is their pretty weak hitting roster. See if they can get anything done here. If they do, it will not be with Goomba, so he's going to hit that one straight to Mario. Fireball's really hoping to keep Red Kamek in as pitcher for as long as they can. They don't want to start making pitcher changes early. It will really mess up this roster. You've seen it in a lot of the early games, less so in their more recent games, but that fear is definitely still present from the owner of the team at the very least. And much like the Fireballs turned on offense, the Spitballs aren't going to get much done. Another 0-run inning here at the beginning of the first. Or beginning of the first, which is the beginning of the game. I'm really trying to make this wonky sentence structure work. Walked into a poor one there. Yel Pianta, looking to take advantage of that tilted ship, ends up getting punished for it a little bit, as Blue Shy Guy gets to it a bit easier, as it stays in the air for a little longer. And then Airbud's gonna hit it to one of our star players in this league, Baby Daisy. Helltoad looking to get something on the board for the Fireballs. Let's just take the single. However, no room to struggle. Already 2 outs on the board. Baby Daisy, after the compliment, is going to fumble that one. Monty Mole is just going to stare at that as Paragoomba struggles to get that. Oh boy, a bit of a fumble there for the Spitballs. Maybe one of the most sauceless runs we've ever seen. Yellow Toad from first to home. Normally that'd be pretty hype, but most of that is just thanks to some floundering from Paragoomba after a bobble from Daisy. It's a rough one. The Fireballs are going to take the lead, but at what cost to our sanity? That's a great play from Schnorbus, sneaking it right down the left field. In between the third baseman and shortstop. Put Green Shy Guy on third. Wants to make it home here. Just looking for a decent one from the mechanic. That's all the Fireballs need here. And that is not decent. That's going to be an insta-out. Red Magic Koopa can barely get off home before he gets the third out for his team. With that, though, Fireball's offense is going to end with just a single run. They are in the lead, but I don't think it will be a notable lead. Boomerang Bro coming up. You're a Charger player, my guy. Why are you going for an incredibly low slap? It's gonna be a double play for the Spitballs. Looking like they don't got much enthusiasm today. Wants to team looking like they want to just get this done with. Go out for their post-game dinner. Really what you don't want to see from anyone. Not only do you just want to see teams putting up good performances, you really want to see a team as lovable as the Spitballs roster, with such fun players putting up some pretty miraculous performances. To just see them give up, it'd be quite unfortunate. If there's anybody not giving up, it is the outfield. Got so many buddy jumps against the Muscles not long ago. It's going to prevent the Fireballs from getting a home run to try to extend the lead. It's going to be still 1-0. Firebro might be feeling a little trauma after his home runs were stopped yesterday. So much by the Eggs, not yesterday, last week. Time has passed way more than yesterday since that game. And speaking of trauma from buddy jumps, Green Dry Bones is also going to get his stopped from the right field synergy. This Spitballs roster is a very underrated defense. However, their defensive capabilities tends to maybe get a little, maybe shines just a little brightly, not because it's quite shiny itself, because the rest of the things this team has to give is quite dull, unfortunately. That being said, Spitballs at the bottom of the third, chance to try to tie this game up or take the lead even. It's not going to be here with Luigi though. Gonna send it right to Yellow Toad. And we have the baby lineup coming through. Gonna hit a real low one. And an incredibly slow speed is going to get Luigi, baby Luigi, out on first. Unfortunate to see here. Spitballs roster here. It's barely seen any other bases other than home. Yellow Toad, just too slow this time. Is going to allow Baby Daisy to get to first. But not with 2 outs on the board and the Goombas up to bat. I was complimenting the Spitballs defense, but is this a... No, it's not a Goomba home run. Would have loved to see it, but it will not be here. Gonna save that for another time, unfortunately. As I was saying, Fireballs, also not a bad defense. Got the synergy in the outfield, plus the Magic Koopa, Mario, Fire Bro trifecta in the infield. Not bad at all. But once again, offense lacking a little bit here. And item usage onto your own teammate is going to be prime double play position. Would have probably been that in any ways, but the griefing is going to confirm it. Fireballs maybe BMing a little bit, but not something supported by the coach or the concept of winning. You are only up by 1 in a 1-0 game. It is not time to start throwing. First and second here for Green Shy Guy and Yellow Toad, but still working with 2 outs. Well, that's a pop fly if I've ever seen one, and item usage. Bomb is not the person you want to rely on for a quick stop to a catch. It's going to lead to another 0-run inning, 6th of the game across both teams. Spitballs have put nothing up on the board, but only need 1 to tie it up. It's gonna be fair, but you're not really gonna get much done when a first baseman only has to walk a few extra steps. Looking out for the health of Schnorbus, making sure he gets some work done this game. And 2 straight outs is rough for the Spitballs here. We've had a lot of contenders for the Toilet Bowl throughout this year so far, and this is looking a little bit like an additional contender for that list. Blue Boomerang Bro. Boomerang Bro wants to finally go for a home run, remembers who he is, but with not enough power, it's going to just be a buddy jump here. However, we don't want to should talk the attempt too much. Finally get to see Boomerang Bro putting up the side of life. As I said in the previous video, I've been up for a while now, so quite tired. But this game is probably not helping. Baby Daisy's gonna bobble it. Been having a little bit of a poor performance ever since the commentators have pointed it out that she's a great player so far for the Spitballs in this whole league in this year. Speaking of bobbles and surprising players messing up, it's gonna be BB Luigi dropping what could have been an out to allow. This is gonna be out on second. What is happening there? First and second were loaded, but now the middle of the miscommunication is going to get Firebro out on second. Red Cam can get the third, but not what you want to be working with here. And that should just be an easy out. Now, item usage way too slow. Red Kamek goes for home. Takes the risk and it pays off. It's going to give the Fireballs their second run of the game. Talk about uneventful so far. Oh man, excuse me. I am not in the right brain space to be commentating games by myself. Hopefully get a little more sleep for tomorrow, especially that opening game. Got the eggs going up against the muscles. Should be an incredibly exciting game. Now, on the topic of exciting games, you will not see this one being mentioned. We've got a 2-0 scoreline so far for the Fireballs against the Spitballs. Yellow Piant is going to bobble it, but it's going to be sent off to Airbud to prevent any more than first being taken from Waluigi. And a slap to the second baseman is not what you want to see if you have a fear of double plays. A bit of a common sight in this league, but all the times you want to get one, not from the Spitballs when you are down 0-2 in the bottom of the 5th. You've got to show some signs of life. A great hit for Baby Daisy is... Oh man! I'll be yawning all over the place, despite an attempted home run from Baby Daisy. Red Magikarp actually getting tired. Can't stick it out the whole game, despite nothing being left through, really. Bit of friendly fire there. Is going to allow bases to get loaded. Doesn't go for second to try to get the out on Baby Daisy. Tries instead to go to first. Maybe a bit of a misplay. Maybe a rare Grand Slam from Paragoomba. Either way, a good hit should be a run. But it goes straight to Airbud. Nothing can get done off of that thanks to the earlier double play from the Spitballs. Still 0 on the board for them. Now Airbud's going to take his skills to the offense. See if he can show us where those skills went, considering it hasn't shown up this game. Airbud's going to go to second thanks to a great boo. Item usage. Team Synergy putting in some work. Baby Daisy. Man, not looking up to it today. It's been a rough game for him. Rough league as a whole. It's going to allow corners to get filled. That should bring No, it does not bring Airbud home, thanks to an out from Blue Shy Guy. Good catch. Now it's Schnorbus's turn, up to bat. Schnorbus is gonna strike out. It's only the second out now for the Fireballs in this inning. Pulling a blue critter there. Yes, that is what I'm going to be starting now from now on, Jay. You're going to have to deal with that. The Fireballs are going to get their third run, though, off of a strikeout and just the previous hitter. Good hit from Red Magikarp will bring Airbud home and put Yellow Toad on second with Kamek himself on first. RBI challenge from Firebro, barely seen that this game. Paragoomba, quite so in the outfield, is going to allow Yellow Toad to get to home. Finally a sizable lead existing in this game. For any team it would have been a welcome sign. Not going to be a home run, but it is going to be good enough for the Fireballs from Firebro. Green Dry Bones is going to hit a good one down the center. It's going to allow Red Magikarp to get to home. First and second are still loaded, but it is 2 outs on the board. A good catch here from Paragoomba. Would seal it, but it is not a good catch. It's going to let another get home. It's going to be a 4-run rally, if I recall. Things are looking over for the Spitballs. especially with the 7th making it home. Green dry bones, so Luigi's gonna get tired at plate as well. Have to bring in someone else to pitch. Now bases are gonna be loaded thanks to Airbud getting a single. Bringing Mario to 3rd and Yellow Pianta to 2nd. Now with the pitcher change coming in, bringing in Paragoomba. Gonna send Luigi to the right outfield. Paragoomba, maybe not the best pitcher, but maybe sending someone a little faster at the outfield is worth it. Hasn't been a huge home run game so far, so maybe don't have to worry too much about that synergy. And what could have been 2 runs, instead going to be 0 more to be added onto the rally, thanks to needed catch from the outfielders, Blue Shy Guy and Monty Mole. Both doubling up there to make sure nothing gets through. Pitcher mound. Red Magic Koopa is going to tank that item usage and allow Mario to throw it to 1st. The ball, that is. I don't know what else they'd be throwing in this game. Don't know why I felt the need to clarify. But nonetheless, it's going to be an out on 1st. Speaking of, another out on 1st after the pitcher change comes in, bringing Mario up to bat. Not bat, to pitch. Is that a home run? No, it's a foul. That was real close. I would have given it to the Spitballs team, man. They really need it. Morale looks incredibly low. And Schnorbus just jumps for it. We don't even have to throw it to first base. First baseman is on it on his own. 6th straight inning with 0 runs for the Spitballs. Yikes. BB Daisy going to do the bare minimum at this point, but I think the Spitballs will take it. Anything is good here, even just to bring up hope for this team. Schnorbus strikes out again. We're calling it a blue critter. Maybe we gotta call it a Schnorbus as well. So quite a Schnorbus mess up. That was a play on like enormous, but I didn't think you'd be smart enough to get it, so I explained the joke to you. You can thank me later. Leave a comment below if I helped you understand the joke. Waluigi wants a home run, but the buddy jump should stop it. It's quite a low one, but fireballs don't want any wounds to be broken in. We're going to prevent the Spitballs from getting anything. Luigi just opts for a single. So a pretty solid one at that. Good hit, but we're going to need a little bit more if we want to get anything on the board. And that's going to be a double play. Luigi just a little too short to prevent that. Can't get the first in time. Oh boy, it's another 0-run inning. The Fireballs now have the amount of runs that the Spitballs have innings with 0 runs. Oh my goodness. Look, I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound. I'm just trying to understand and process the state of this game right now, because it is one that is my mind sort of wants to ignore, because I enjoy watching these games. I enjoy when they're close, and I enjoy when the Spitballs have a chance, because I don't like to see them lose because they're such a fun team, and I like Owen, and I don't like to see him lose. Except in Magic the Gathering. It's kind of fun to see him lose in that. It's not very often, though. I've played 2 games with him. And that's at a grand slam from Yellow Pianta. Oh my goodness, man. There is no chance now, it looks like. You see, if the Spitballs were good, then I'd feel a little bit better about being salty when playing Magic. But no, and now I'm gonna be salty and deserve it. God damn it. This is a sad day for baseball. And for Sylvia's mental health, it seems. There's gonna be a pitcher change coming in. Another for this Spitballs roster. Gonna bring in Baby Daisy. Gonna put Paragoomba at second base. Baby Luigi's gonna fumble it. There's just no energy put into this game today. Baby Daisy, we'll see if she can put up a decent performance at pitcher. Paragoomba showing why he's not starting at second base. As I shit talk him, he's gonna get a nice double play there. It's just gonna be the grand slam. Completely forgot about that while wallowing in my dread. See, there's a chance quite a bit of this gets into a compilation video. And I don't know if it'll be funny or not, but it might make me laugh. And that might be worth it. If anyone is gonna watch my videos, I know I will watch my own videos back every now and then. So if I can make myself laugh, that's one thing I can guarantee. And on the topic of laughing, I very much need some of that in my life right now. It is now going to finally be the 9th inning. Fireballs have one more inning left to extend this lead, which will leave the Spitballs with a single inning to get at least 11 in a row. It would be one of the comebacks of all time, but when the caster is tempted to not even mention the possibility, you know, it's a little over. A nice double play there from the Spitballs. Still need one more to end this inning, which is, I think, what everybody wants at this point. A bigger lead here would be rather depressing. As I say that, one is going to get home off of Monty Mole and Luigi head-bunting the Cheep on board. We might have to bring in some mental health specialists. There's some worrying behavior here from the outfield. Spitballs. One of the many mountains they've had to face this year. Monty Mole, a home run would have been a good start, but the hit is just too short and the item is too late. Fireball doesn't go for the ball grab. That sounds wrong. That's probably not what the ability's called. Probably like the fireball or fire grab. The ball grab has a bit of a different connotation. Not one that would fit most leagues, but we are technically an R-rated league. Not technically, it's a joke, but in our canon universe, it's true. Commentator is very low for this one, and that's the game, man. Fireballs, putting the struggling animal out of their misery at the very end. Spitballs, now the second team in the league to have a 0-run game. Man, these are the things that you talk about with your therapist. You know, that really like destroy your mental well-being and your faith and your hope. Yellow Pianta is going to take the MVP thanks to his Grand Slam. Had 2 of those today. 3 if I'm maybe forgetting one. But yeah, pretty handed victory for the Fireballs here. 170 for Yellow Pianta. Oh my goodness. Quite crazy. Also gonna be 100 from Yellow Toad. Putting in some work. Decent batting, decent fielding. Also have the Green Shy Guy with an 80 in batting. Great upswing performance from him. Love to see it. After some pretty dreadful performances in the past. Speaking of dreadful performances, poor Baby Daisy and Blue Shy Guy of all people. Sitting at 90 each with a team of bums, man. They're fucking bums. What do I have to say? I'm crying right now. Not literally, I don't cry easily, but I'm crying on the inside. Man. I'm fucking talking to the voices in my head. Only one commentating a damn Mario baseball game. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, we've got one more game today. Hopefully it is decent. We've got the monkeys against the bows. Lord, please help me. Amen.